What is up, Trogs? We are at the beautiful Lake Elsinore today, about to do some carp fishing. Got my rod set out here. Just gonna show you guys how to make a real simple pack bait mix. These are the selection of baits we're gonna have today. We're gonna have some Slim Jims just to try them out. Why not throw some Spam in there? Of course, we got Jello and oatmeal for the pack bait mix. And then about 30 pounds of dog food. Didn't intend to get 30 pounds, but actually 20 pounds says it right here. But that's what they had on sale, so that's what we got. Just gonna be running a regular pack bait rig today. Real short leader. We're gonna be hair rigging with this. So obviously you're gonna want to get your pack bait rig, and you can order those for a pretty affordable price on Amazon. I think you can get like a pack of 5 for, I want to say, under 15 bucks. They come in all different weights. The main thing you have to know when it comes to these rigs is how to rig them up, and I'll be going into that later. But for right now, I just wanted to show you the rig. That's about it, guys. Alright guys, the first thing you're gonna need when you make your pack bait rig is just some oats. Wouldn't recommend buying any super overpriced oats, you know, just kind of the cheapest ones I find, honestly. Honestly, the cheaper ones I find, it's actually like a finer mix of oats, as you can see that. It's not like the whole grain. And I like that with the pack bait. I feel like it sticks better with the Jello, which we're about to add in a second. So I'm just gonna dump all these oats in here. And about 3/4 of that I put in right now, just to see how we get on with that. Gonna just get some strawberry Jello mix, and it's gotta be the powdered mix. That's what you need to know, powdered mix. Tear that open. Gonna pour that straight in the bucket. All over that one. Gonna take our trash. I'm gonna put that in the trash can. Alright, next thing you're gonna do, guys, I'm gonna give it a mix up in the bucket as it is with all the powder. Take a little bit of lake water, just kind of splash it in like this, maybe 3 or 4 times. And that's why you leave that at like 3/4 of oats in here, just because if you add too much water, you can always add some more and kind of get your mix a little more doughy. Okay, so I can see with this mix right now, I'm gonna need more water right away. Falls right off my hand, need more water. And that's what you want it like. Once all that Jello gets mixed in and the sugar activates, it all sticks together, and that's just how you want it. So if you can grab a handful and it packs to each other like, you know, like that, that's just how you want it. To the day, took all but 5 minutes to hook this one, and this one actually ate the dog food. Believe it or not. Doesn't feel like a terrible fish. Probably not the best one. That's alright. See what we got here. Better one. The big bowl of pack bait for him. one of the better ones that's in here. There you go, guys. You can actually see the. You can take a picture of it too, or video, or whatever. But like, you can see the dog food right there.
Oh, and there it comes.
Believe it or not, this fish is blind in one eye. Would you look at that? It's a one-eyed specimen, but it's a quality specimen. Alrighty, guys. Get this guy. Yeah. That's how you clean your tires off. Legend. Yep. Alright, another one on the dog food. Dog food seems to be the one today. But just a nice little common. Really nice colors on his tail. Get this guy back. Alright guys, today I'm just going to be showing you how I set up my method feeders. Method feeders are a pretty good rig. You can buy them on Amazon in like a pack of 5. And what they do is basically it's just a way to cast your weight out as well as packing a bunch of bait around it, so you can just basically attract the fish to your bait with more bait. So eventually they find the hook in that big ball of bait that you're going to have on the method feeder here. So the first thing you are going to do when you rig this up is take this little piece that comes off with the top of the lead. You're going to slide that up the line a little bit. Then you're going to slide your method feeder on, and then this tube that comes with it. And then what I do is I order as well, when I make an order for the method feeders, I make an order of these size 4 pre-rigged hair rigs. And you can get these, same thing, on Amazon, real cheap. I think you get a pack of, what is this, 5 or 6 in here for like maybe $8. And they also come with this little drill right here, and if I can find them, a bunch of bait stops. So the bait stops with the hair rig, basically you're not going to be putting your bait on your hook. You're just going to thread the bait through this piece of braided line on here, and then you put a stop behind it. So when the carp comes up and finds your bait, it's going to suck the bait up and hopefully get hooked. And I'll show you that in a second here. Just back over here. Today, what I'm using is some dried dog food. And yes, I know I have a 20-pound bag, but I couldn't find the ones I needed in a smaller bag. So this is what we use. Get your drill, single piece of dog food here, and you're just going to drill a hole all the way through it. And it's kind of difficult to get them started, but you can do it, believe me. And these are the floating kind. It's important that you get those ones. Alright, we got it going now. So you get through the outside, it normally goes through. Just twist it down the drill all the way through to the other side, just like that. Clear it out a little bit, like that. And then I also cut those hair rigs down to about 2 or 3 inches, just so it's closer to the back, the pack bait itself when it's on the method feeder. I don't actually have the tool that's used to rig the braided line through the bait, but you can get those online too, and I can show you a photo of those in a second. Started by dropping it on the floor. Get it started by pushing the braided line through your bait here, and then once it gets to the knot, I just get the end of the drill here and push the rest of the knot all the way through. And as you can see, the loop pops out the other side just as you need it. Just take one of these bait stops. I'm not gonna need anything crazy big with this. Nothing too long. These baits are for more soft baits if you're gonna use spam or like we're using today, just some of these Slim Jims. So you take one of those bait stops, you're just gonna make sure that loops out enough to where you can put a bait stop through it. And it is a little bit finicky, as you can see, but you will get it eventually, believe me. And if you have a pair of like forceps or pliers that you want to do this with, it does make things a little bit easier. As you can see, the bait stop's on now. You're just gonna pull the loop back through, and then the bait stop is gonna keep that on your hair rig. So when this is next to your pack bait in the water, this is just gonna float up, and eventually once the carp or whatever you're fishing for gets to this bait on here, hopefully it's gonna suck this piece of dog food up and get hooked. Next thing I'm gonna do with this, go straight to the pack bait we've got down here, we made up earlier. And get some of this. I'm not even going to use the mold right now. Also, when you buy these pack bait rigs online, it does come with a mold, so you can pack it against the method lead here. But I'm not going to do that right now, just because I want to pack a little bit of a bigger bait, and I want it to surround the whole weight. So a little bit of pack bait on there, just so it covers the whole thing. Gonna wet this a little bit to pack it down a little more. Like that, so you seal everything. And then eventually, once this bait's been in the water, probably 5 or 10 minutes, it's gonna start to dissolve once the water gets into this bait. And that's when the carp are gonna gain interest, really, when it starts to flake off, just so they can pick at it. And obviously you're gonna see the dog food floating up right next to your pack bait there. So that's gonna be your rig there. The way this one's set up, the swivel is in that piece of tubing on the inside. So when you get bit, it's gonna be tight. So when the fish sucks this bait up, it's gonna hook itself, hopefully. And then eventually it can pull that out. We're gonna reset that, put that like that. And then also, if you can, if you make your hair rigs at home, you can make these you can make them with the loop closer to the hook. That also helps. These pre-rigged ones, they're a little bit further away from the hook than I'd like, but they do work. So the other thing is, with these pre-made ones, they come with a piece of tubing on them, and I just slide that up the shank of the hook as far as I can, and then I use the bait stop on the other side. It's just a little rubber stop there to stop that from coming up any further. Alright guys, let's give it a cast. Got Barney hooked on one. Get it, Barney. You need me to rescue it? Wine. Get him out of there. Let me get a net. It's got Barney on a fresh one. Finally, it took me long enough. Here we go. Freshie. What's it gonna be? Tilapia. Oh wow, that's a fine specimen. Now the quality model in the net. Would you look at it? Oh would you look at the face on it?
Oh my god.
Nice one, bro.
I'll to take that shot.
Look at that, sucked it right up.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. You can play with that thing or unhook it?
I mean, whatever it wants.
Sucked it right up. Heard that one. Yeah. There he goes. Once again, the bonds is on. Alright, go over. Go over.
That one's really slack.
Do you want me to get it out the tree net this time before you pull the hook? Yeah? Oh.
Quality model.
What is it?
Quality model.
Another. Oh, yeah, dude. This one ain't playing. Ooh. EB today.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Quality model.
You see that? You hold that fish up.